What are some of like the coming out of spring ball, like things that you've seen that you're like, wow, we really got better at these things?
Well, I think offensively, when you talk about just the operation of it, I think we struggled early. Just, the guys who have been entrenched in the older system, right? You're talking about somebody coming to a huddle, telling you the play. And then particularly if you're involved in the blocking unit, right? You come to the line of scrimmage and the communication happens inside out. There were all of these things happening. And to a degree, I think just speaking offensively, like now you're looking at a signaler, you're kind of fending for yourself. There's no verbal communication. That takes some time. Mm-hmm. So I felt like, just the buy-in we had on that front was unbelievable. Observing just the defense, like the speed at which the entire practice went, I think was really new. We had some guys who were definitely, hovering over some trash cans or, hunched over, looking for some wind to start practice. And that's not to say they didn't practice hard in the past, right? I think just maybe how we structure it is a little bit different, right? So it takes some time to get used to. But I thought our team speed, and that's something that Coach Fickle laid out as one of our goals. I did believe our team speed, maybe not our 40-yard dashes, but the way we went about playing the game increased, right? And I think that was a huge benefit for our entire football team. So, obviously we had some different skill sets. I felt like, all of the guys got better at running routes, catching the football, being competitive when the ball's in the air. Some of those, more particular specific skills. So I thought it was a great spring on the whole. We stayed fairly healthy and it was great. So I'm very happy on that.
You bring up it. I didn't really ever think of that. I guess I should have, being an offensive guy, but people don't get it. When you're in the huddle, they say, I write 28 power, and literally you have like 20 seconds to think about it. So like in your head, you're like, I'm going to the left or right, whichever way. I'm blocking this guy. I know what I'm doing. Oh, it's on one. So I'm like, as we break the huddle, you're still thinking the play, what you're doing, what it looks like. You see the front. Like you have time to really look at everything and break it down in your brain. I guess what you're saying is, which would make it seem more difficult for guys to learn as the speed of the game is increasing, is you're just looking at a signal, you're turning around and you're going. That you're changing from like 30 seconds of visual learning or visual aid to 10, 15 seconds. Like that's a huge difference.
Right. I mean, it really, that's not something that's taken into consideration enough, right? Is the operation, that's a big deal. And I don't think it's difficult, but like when you get accustomed, particularly some of those older guys who are in year 4, 5, 6, whatever it may be, they've played football a specific way, for a long time now. You know what I mean? There's just like anything, like, the older you get, the harder it is to break habits. And, we had to train a new system. I had to train a new style. But like I said, those guys, like, they were awesome. They were awesome. So I was really pleased with them.